cast members. Astonishing. Some of the cast members now have anywhere from 500,000 to 3 million followers on Twitter. Danielle Mont recently went up to 536,000 followers, and Victoria Justice went from 2 million to 3 million followers seemingly overnight. It was incredible. I just saw a photo tweeted of herself and her mother just a few days ago on her Twitter page, twitter.com/VictoriaJustice. And on her Facebook, actually, she has a lot of banners and backgrounds about Fun Size. So I really do give the cast an incredible amount of credit for being able to promote this film, because it is awesome seeing both Nickelodeon and the cast members promoting the film, and it just goes to show how excited they are for the release of this film. They're probably more excited for the release of this film than the actual fans are, because some fans, let's be honest, will look at this film and say, this film is not what I'm looking for Halloween. I want blood, I want guts, I want horrifying films that are going to keep me up all night. And the film that you probably want to see, honestly, is Paranormal Activity 4, which is released on the 19th of October, and that's probably going to be the biggest film released that's Halloween oriented this year. Usually the Paranormal Activity films are films everybody highly anticipate, and that's probably going to be within the top 3 in the box office. So if you're looking for a film full of blood and guts, Paranormal Activity, and anticipation definitely, is Paranormal Activity 4. But if you're a kid between the ages of maybe 5 to 10 years old and you're looking for a family-oriented film, this is the film that you're going to want to see on Nickelodeon this year. I really am looking forward to seeing Victoria Justice in high-budget films over the next 5 to 6 years, and I think she's slowly but surely achieving that goal, and we're going to see her become one of the greatest of all time, which is something that I consistently refer to her as on her Facebook page and some of the tweets that I send her way at Victoria Justice on Twitter, because I really think this girl has what it takes to be one of the greatest of all time. She might not be at the level of a Miley Cyrus or a Demi Lovato who she's friends with, but she's slowly but surely getting there. And I think one of the reasons why she's not at that level just yet, even though she has 3 million followers on Twitter and hundreds of comments for her Facebook blogs, which she posts frequently, is because she hasn't been promoted as much as a Miley or a Demi, which is unfortunate. It's just as it seems as if Dan Schreider and Nickelodeon as a corporation don't have that same amount of faith as they have in a Miranda Cosgrove or the members of Big Time Rush, who just recently had a Big Time movie released featuring One Direction. That was an interesting movie, seeing them over in the UK. I just want to see that same amount of promotion and support given to Victoria Justice. I think she's slowly but surely getting more promotion and support from fans that she didn't have 2 years ago, because the novelty of Victorious really stayed with the show within its first year of airing. And now we're seeing more and more support slowly but surely going Victoria Justice's way. I've seen a lot of your comments you're posting on our Facebook page, nothing but positivity. And I hope we get that same amount of positivity for the movie Fun Size upon millions and millions of people see this film. I hope they write positive things about it in the Fun Size blogs on our Facebook page and tweet positive things to her on Twitter. Because if she gets more and more positivity, we're going to see her in more and more roles, not just Halloween-oriented films like we've seen her over the last 2.5 years. We're going to see her in films where she's going to get the chance to explore sides of her characters that she's never had the chance to explore before. That craziness is something that's followed Victoria Justice her entire life. It's definitely a quality that I admire about her, and she possesses qualities that some celebrities find very hard to possess. And one of those qualities that she possesses that I admire 100% out of a 100% deficit is the ability to connect with her fans in a way that no other celebrity can. Some celebrities find it very difficult to connect with their fans, and Victoria Justice does everything from live chats at 11 a.m. Eastern Time in the morning on Ustream on various different dates that are usually announced on her Facebook and Twitter. She talks to her fans on Facebook and Twitter, and one of the unique things about this connection that she has with her fans that you're going to see when she's promoting Fun Size when it's released, with Halloween just 3 weeks from tonight on a Wednesday night this year, I think is, how much of a connection she has with her fans. It's probably even going to be a greater connection with her fans after so many of them see this film, which you're going to see more than once on Nickelodeon television. It's definitely going to become a Halloween tradition, like films like Nightmare Before Christmas, produced by Tim Burton, the Halloween, the Friday the 13th movies, and Hocus Pocus have become over the last 15 to 20 years. We're going to see this one aired usually all the time on Nickelodeon, and it's because of the comical elements that are incorporated with it, how each character suits the cast members' real-life personalities. I think Victoria Justice's character is not that much far off from a real-life personality. And one of the things that really jumps out at me about the connection she has with her fans is when she's interviewed, she actually acknowledges specific fans. There was one interview she did prior to the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards on the red carpet for a UK website, and she actually gave a shout out to one or two of her Nickelodeon UK fans, which was incredible. And she actually called them by name, which was astonishing to me. I couldn't believe it. I actually watched the video 3 or 4 times after seeing it for the inaugural time just to see those shout-outs again. That's the kind of connection that she shares with her fans. She actually goes as far as to acknowledge specific fans for their support, and where she did a UK website interview, she alluded to some of her fans in the UK and called some of them by name, some of them that she's following on Twitter, and talks to them on a regular basis. And if you actually pull up her Twitter at twitter.com/VictoriaJustice, we are following her on Twitter, and we've joined her conversation on our Facebook page, so we get consistent updates from both our Facebook and our Twitter, which usually coincide with one another. That's usually how celebrities do it. You'll see her tweeting back and forth to a lot of her fans. She has specific fan favorites. One girl actually, who actually has the same last name as her, recently had the chance to meet Victoria Justice. Just because she met this particular fan, she's now following that same fan she met, who's a girl, on Twitter, which is incredible. You don't even have to do much to earn Victoria Justice's friendship. She's always looking for new friends, and I think that social media was a blessing for her in disguise. I always regularly tweet her, just showing her my support. I'll be continuing to show her my support after this film is released, and it's going to be released sometime in October, and it looks absolutely astonishing. And actually her brother, as a fun fact, dresses up as one of my favorite superheroes of all time for Halloween that she has to babysit in the film, Spider-Man, who celebrated his 50th anniversary in July of this year in the summer. So it's incredible seeing, how every cast member tries to relate to its audience in a way that no other cast has done for a Halloween film. The Disney Corporation has a phenomenal reputation for releasing Halloween-oriented films and incorporating Halloween themes with their presentation, like Hocus Pocus and Mom's Got a Date for a Vampire, which was a Disney Channel original movie, and Hocus Pocus, which is showed on Disney Channel and Family Channel here in Canada religiously every year. They definitely have a phenomenal reputation, but I think Nickelodeon should be given credit for getting into holidays more than any other children's-oriented company has been able to do. I mean, the amount of Halloween movies they pump out every year, the amount of Christmas movies they pump out every year, and Christmas-themed shows they show on the holidays, incredible. And one thing that you should take advantage of is when you're offered a free preview of Nickelodeon in Canada. They usually do it around the holidays every year, and they give you about a 2.5-month-long preview of Nickelodeon. The programming they have, with a combination of live-action shows to animation, is incredible. They have a lot of new animated shows like Planet Sheen and Tough Puppy, starring Jerry Trainer, who's one of the stars of iCarly, which are in their final season. By the way, we released a video blog talking about the final season of iCarly just a few days ago. It was incredible hearing the news of that. I'll never be able to get over that. And when Victorious announces their last season, I'll never be able to get over that. I'll be devastated and heartbroken. I'll probably retire from doing this show. One of the interesting things that I think is a con about Victoria Justice's career, and I'm not sure if they do it with Fun Size, they try to perceive her as a younger character than she legitimately is. In all actuality, she's 19 years of age, approaching 20 years of age. She's basically an adult. And they're perceiving her as a 16-year-old character for shows like Victorious and some of her films. And I'm going to be really interested in seeing if they do that same kind of thing with her for Fun Size, because it's a Halloween-oriented movie, and maybe they'll use a younger age as an excuse for her to go trick-or-treating, or maybe she'll have to take her brother trick-or-treating, and that's how they associate a lot of controversy with them throughout the film. But that's one thing that I don't like, and that's one of the very few things that I don't like about Victoria Justice. I love more about her than I don't like about her, but one of the things I wish she would get away from is trying to perceive herself as a younger character than what she legitimately is. She's definitely more mature. She's definitely got her head on her shoulders. But I don't know why she's conveying an image that obviously Nickelodeon and the company she's worked with are trying to get her to convey. We know that she's within the age demographic of anywhere between 19 and 21 years of age, because she wouldn't be on the cover of Teen Vogue if she wasn't. But why? I don't know. Honestly, that's one thing that jumped out at me. But the other night, actually, when I saw an edition of Victorious that I've seen hundreds of times over, and I caught one of the lines where she's referred to as someone who was almost 17 years of age, because the issue with the show was that she didn't have a driver's license and she had to hitch a ride with various cast members in their own unique way to school because of construction and shooting a movie just up the road from her house. And usually it would take her 5 minutes to get to school, but now she had to take the 45-minute route to get to school, and then she had to hitch rides because she didn't have a driver's license. And then there was a line in the script that alluded to the fact that she was almost 17 years of age, which I found very unorthodox, and I hope that we don't see that in Fun Size, because I think that would kill the idea of the film. But even with that being one of Victoria Justice's flaws, she has more positive things going for her than any of the flaws that she has. And her image is something that I hope she keeps with her for the next 15 years. I hope that she portrays and conveys herself in the same way of a Jessica Simpson, where she didn't change her image for years and years and years and years and years. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to change up your image after a while, because you kind of get tired of the same old thing. Miley Cyrus got tired of the same old thing quicker than a lot of people. I wish she didn't. But I think that Victoria Justice, being able to keep her own image and maintain the same amount of respect and image and conveyance that she had back maybe 5 or 6 years ago, is incredible. I hope she keeps that with her for at least the next 15 years. I'm not going to lie to you. I am in anticipation of Fun Size being a success, and I'm in high anticipation of Victoria Justice's future projects. I am in anticipation of Victoria Justice Point Blank being one of the greatest of all time, because she has those qualities that I have searched for years. She has those qualities that I support, and that's why I support every little thing that